I'm Heidi Zimmerman, President and founder of Women's Angel Foundation, and I've been asked by this wonderful lady here to speak on her behalf because she has difficulty expressing herself. I can only assume that has part to do with the Asian community that's been devastated by what has happened here. I hope that you find it in your heart to take care of these people who've lived here for so long and are struggling to take care of their homes. And I wish you would come up here and join me, but I just want to say it saddens me that Andrew Doe did this, and I'm begging you each to look at your heart and care about human beings. You're here to represent human beings, not special interests. Please look in your heart and see what you want to be remembered for. What do you want to be remembered for? Taking care of special interests or taking care of human beings? Please, would you like to say your name, ma'am? Would you like to say something?
Thank you, ma'am. No,
Anyways, this is who I'm.
Did she fill out a form?
She is not familiar.
Anh cứu cho nên việc I had
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
God bless you for this time.
Kính chào quý vị. Tôi Nguyễn Thanh Thủy, Hội trưởng Hội HO cứu trợ thương vệ binh và quả phụ Việt Nam Cộng Hòa.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nguyễn. Thank you. Nguyễn and
Tôi đến đây chỉ mong muốn 1 triệu là số tiền 3,7 triệu USD. USD được chuyển về đơn vị 1.
US dollars to be transferred to District 1.
Trân trọng kính chào và cảm ơn.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to introduce speakers, Ngọc Nguyen, Jean Paris, Ann Palmer, and Lolly McCarty.
Tôi tên là Mai Thị Kim Linh.
My name is Mai T. Kimden.
Là cư dân đang cư ngụ tại thành phố Westminster.
I'm a resident of Westminster.
Dạ, tôi kính chào quý hội đồng giám sát.
I want to say good morning to all supervisors.
Ngày hôm nay tôi là một cư dân, tôi đến tham dự buổi họp này.
Resident, today I'm attending this meeting.
Nguyện vọng của tôi rất là mong muốn với số tiền 3,7 triệu USD.
I wish that the amount of $3.7 million.
Đó là một phần thưởng công quỹ rất là xứng đáng và tôi muốn được công bằng, được hoàn trả về cho quận Cam của địa Hà Nội.
They can deserve amount of money, and I would like to see it returned to District 1.
Với một mục đích thiết thực là để chăm lo cho người cao niên và những cư dân có thu nhập thấp.
With the purpose of serving the senior citizens and the people with low income.
Và cho những doanh nghiệp trong địa phương của địa Hà Nội và những cộng đồng phục vụ cho cộng đồng của người dân tại địa Hà.
And to the businesses of the community and the communities of District 1.
Dạ, đó là nguyện vọng rất là mong muốn của tôi mà tôi muốn được trình bày tại Hội đồng Giám sát ngày hôm nay.
It's the wish of mine, and I would like to present it to the Board of Supervisors.
Mong rằng nguyện vọng này khi tôi nói ra, tôi rất là mong đợi và được chờ đợi, được quyết định thật là một cách công bằng và xứng đáng.
I would like to see my wish fulfilled in a fair and deserving manner.
Dạ, tôi xin hết cảm ơn quý hội đồng giám sát.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Chief Chair and Supervisors. My name is Jeannie Paris and I'm from Huntington Beach. And I'm here in full support of Supervisor Janet Nguyen's fight to ensure that the $3.7 million that was stolen by the previous supervisor be returned to the first district where it was stolen from. As you know, these funds should not be redirected elsewhere in the county. It should go to the people that it was originally intended to support. I urge you to vote in favor of District 1 to be reimbursed for all of these funds. Thank you.
Dear Honorable Members of the Orange County Board of Supervisors, my name is Lolly McCarty, Huntington Beach. As a dedicated resident, I am writing on an important matter regarding the money that was taken from the First District. I strongly urge the Board of Supervisors to do the right thing and return the full $3.7 million to the First District so we can start rebuilding and reinvesting in our community's future. Thank you for your consideration in this urgent matter.
By the next three speakers, please come forward. Teresa Nguyen, Sharon Landers, and Carlos Manzo.
Ann Palmer, Huntington Beach. Respectfully, good morning to the entire board. When I first came to Orange County, I thought I was educated in political science and civics, but I was quickly schooled by my new friends, particularly my Vietnamese American friends who were patriotic, loyal, and well-versed. They have a strong expectation for any elected official, and that includes honor, duty, and loyalty. When that trust is broken, they demand restitution. Restitution should therefore be given to the cities in District 1 who had to cover the costs that would have been covered by the funds that Andrew Doe stole. So thank you, Janet, for helping bring this to our attention. Again, please restore these funds to the cities in District 1 who have covered the costs that these funds should have covered in the first place. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Board of Supervisors. I think it is still morning by the skin of your teeth. I am Sharon Landers, General Manager of the Rossmore Community Services District. I'm here also representing President Joe Shade, President of our board, who had a conflict. And I just saw Director Maynard, Michael Maynard had to leave, so I'm sorry, Supervisor Nguyen, but he was not able to stay. But Tony DeMarco, our second vice president, is here and will speak shortly. We are respectfully asking the board to allocate to District 1 those funds that were stolen by former Supervisor Doe that have been recovered. We have 11,000 plus residents in Rossmore, a large number of whom are seniors. We have needs to update our facilities and our programs, and this money will mean a lot to us. I know it's a little cliche, but please don't steal the funds twice. Thank you.
I invite the next three speakers, Maxwell Daffron and Martha Molina.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Teresa Nguyen, and I am a resident of the Garden Grove City. I'm just going to keep it very short and simple. I run two nonprofit organizations, both in District 1. The first one is called the Rice Bowl Foundation, which is a food bank. The second one is called Freed Her Voice, which is a nonprofit solely for battered women that has gone through domestic violence. That $3.7 million that belong to the neighbors and community, it shouldn't be spent anywhere else. I am asking the board respectfully to do the right thing. Please don't steal it from us twice. Please return it back to District 1 where we actually need it. Thank you.
Hello. Hello. My name is Carlos Manzo, Westminster City Council member. The residents at First District were wrong. Millions of dollars meant for seniors, families, and those in need were stolen from them. These were essential resources, and the people who needed them the most were left with nothing. Now there's a discussion about redirecting those same funds away from the First District. That decision would be a second injustice. Every other district received their funds and were able to support their communities. The First District did not. The board now has a choice: make things right or repeat the harm. This is a question about fairness, a question of whether this board is willing to make things right. So I ask you, clearly and firmly, do not take these funds from the residents again. Return the funds to the first district, give this community back what was stolen, and also support the children and support Greg. Thank you.
Next four speakers, please come forward. Tony DeMarco, Ton Thuy, Duke Duan, and Van Van Pham.
Good morning, my name is Martha Molina, and I'm the president of the Riverview Neighborhood Association in Santa Ana. Morning, supervisors. First, I want to thank our supervisor, Vicente Sarmiento, from our district, for always being a great leader for us, an advocate, and his staff, who's always incredibly responsive to us, and for helping us always become informed on issues. I have with me here a letter signed by 8 neighborhoods in Santa Ana. We are less than a mile away from a proposed coordinated reentry center at 3030 Hesperian Way. We're opposed to that under item 11, program 5, under capital improvements. The neighborhoods that I'm representing are Floral Park, Morrison Park, West Floral Park, Riverview, Casa de Santiago, Jack Fisher, Park Santiago, and Riverview Glen. We are all coordinated. We meet on a monthly basis. We work very hard to keep our neighborhoods and improve quality of life. We coordinate with the mayor and the city. So we greatly appreciate your opposition to this project. Thank you. And I'm going to submit the letter.
Good morning, Chair and Supervisors. My name is Tony DeMarco from the community of Rossmore. I'm here today to ask you to return the $3.7 million that was taken from First District. This is not about politics, it's about fairness. The residents of First District did nothing wrong, our seniors did nothing wrong, our nonprofits did nothing wrong, our families and those needing mental health services did nothing wrong. Yet they are the ones who lost the benefits of these funds. Every other district received the benefits of its allocated funding, but First District did not. If these funds are now redirected elsewhere, the people who already were victimized by this misconduct will be punished a second time. Today you have an opportunity to correct an injustice. Returning these funds is not giving the First District special treatment, it is simply restoring to our community what should have been there in the first place. I respectfully ask each of you to vote to return the $3.7 million to the First District and allow these resources to finally serve the residents whom they were intended to. Thank you.
Hello, Chairman and the board. The First District should not have to compete for the funds that were already intended for its residents. These dollars were meant to serve the community from the beginning. Please send them back where they belong. Thank you.
Good morning, chairs and supervisors. My name is Ton Thuy Nguyen. I am member of Vietnamese Women Friendship Association, and I am resident of Garden Grove, District 1. I think these funds were designed for the First District before they were improperly taken. Now that the money has been recovered, it should be returned to its original purpose. I respectfully ask for your support. Thank you.
The next 3 speakers, please come forward. Long Nguyen, Vaughn Vu, and Brian Genovese.
Good morning, Board of Supervisors and your staff. My name is Bang Vinh Pham, and I am the Executive Director of Satya Community Services Center, which was founded 8 years ago, providing many classes to mostly senior citizens in Orange County. Today I'm here, first of all, to thank you all, the Boards of Supervisors and your staff, for your hard work throughout the years. And I'm very sad this morning to be here because of the the amount of money that was allocated to the first district was stolen. And I would like to say that it is just proper and fair to return the amount of money to the first district. I also would like to say that I trust Supervisor Janet Nguyen to bring back the strength and dignity for the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are the next four speakers Georgia Sells, Hope Horning, Ann Calvo, and Marie.
Good morning, Supervisors. My name is Georgia Sells, and I am a resident of Orange County's 1st District. I currently reside in Huntington Beach, but have lived in 4 cities in our district. I'm here today because I believe that public funds intended to serve our community should be used for the purpose that they were allocated. When money that was meant to support local residents is diverted or misused, the people who ultimately pay the price are those often with the fewest resources in our communities. As a child, my family relied on financial assistance at different times. Programs that helped pay for sports, after-school activities, school lunches, theater programs, and childcare made a meaningful difference in my life. Those opportunities were not extravagant luxuries. They were the investments in my development, confidence, education, and future. Today, I ask that any funds taken from the 1st District be returned to the 1st District. Every dollar that supports youth programs, educational opportunities, seniors, and community services has the potential to change a life. I know that because it changed mine. Thank you very much.
Hope Horning, Leisure World resident and Vietnam era veteran. With just 1 minute, I'll be frank. $13 million was stolen from District 1 citizens. The recovered amount of almost $4 million should, according to accounting principles and source and use, be returned to District 1 citizens and not stolen a second time by placing that money into the general fund. Thank you for recognizing this fact.
Good morning. My name is Anne. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak today. Yes, I am a citizen. I'm also an older adult. I live in Leisure World, and I also serve on the Older Adult Commission for District 1. I have to say, as I'm standing here and listening to all these stories, the word that comes to mind is shameful. This is shameful that you're even considering that this money not returned to our district. Please return the funds that are due to our district that were stolen for us. Thank you.
Let the next four speakers please come forward. Lisa Kim, David Duran, Alice, and Mike Robbins.
Greetings, Supervisors. My name is Marie. Rhetoric says that you're committed to serving all residents, including those most vulnerable, those who struggle, those who need our support the most, those who cannot afford a roof over their heads and so sleep unhoused. The home for that work is the Office of Care Coordination, where this budget spends $1 on providing solutions for unhoused residents for every $20 spent on jailing our residents, many of whom were unhoused. It gets worse when you try to follow the money. That homelessness office spends about $45 million on services and supplies. That's the bucket that pays for shelters and contracts with the nonprofits doing the actual work. But nowhere in this entire budget does the county tell you how much goes to shelters or which providers get what. Didn't the supervisor recently go to prison for his corruption and failed transparency? So I'm asking the board for 2 things. First, put real county money, our discretionary funds, behind housing every resident who is currently unhoused. And second, be transparent and show us the line items in public meetings. The jail's budget is itemized.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, Chair and members of the board. My name is Lisa Kim, Garden Grove City Manager. I respectfully urge the return of recovered funding to District 1 and encourage the launch of a $500,000 pilot program to assist residents impacted by the recent hazmat incident in Garden Grove. The pilot program would provide targeted resources and support where it is most needed. Importantly, The City of Garden Grove is ready to act. The system and backbone is already in place to deploy recovered funds efficiently, responsibly, and with accountability through an established online portal. An example by reference, the city's evacuation zone lookup mapping tool that was established 2 weeks ago is currently being utilized by United Way to verify deployment of the Orange County Community Resiliency Funds. I respectfully ask for your support in returning these recovered funds to District 1 and advancing the pilot program.
Thank you.
So you were elected to make choices for the community. You were elected to do what's ethical. You're elected to do what's needed throughout the community. Yet, here in these chambers, we're hearing again, I want to call it misinformation that really doesn't lend itself to being true. It's, for example, the county will tell you the money is tight, and it isn't. Operating revenue is up $794 million. That's nearly 10% over last year. The headline cut is only $253 million. That's 2.3%. It falls almost entirely on reserves and financing. Be honest with us. If nothing else, at least be honest with us.
Thank you.
When you're talking to the public about the budget. Thank you.
Good morning, Supervisors. A budget is a moral document. It shows what we value by where we put our money. So looking at where Orange County puts the money and what it actually controls, this year the county will spend about $746 million of its own discretionary dollars on public protection. The community resources will spend about $6.5 million of its own money. That's 114 to 1. Last year, the grand jury recommendation number 1 said Orange County should prioritize prevention of homelessness rather than primarily reactive measures. This could be done by earmarking sufficient discretionary funds toward this objective. This should be accomplished by June 30th, 2026. That's just for homeless services, not for supportive housing or housing first strategies. Some of that money may be used for those things. However, my question is, where is the money located in the budget?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next three speakers, please come forward. Janine Robbins, Tom Fielder, and Eve Garrow.
County runs $800 million behavioral health system, and none of it's county money, it's state and federal. But we can't staff it, and that's one of the problems. We need to redirect funding to staff it. There's a 15.2% rate of they're short 15.2%. The sheriffs are at 6.4%. Perhaps we can redirect some funding so that we can fill those positions. I think that the people don't need to fill cages. They need health care. That was up there on the board. Number 1 was the services. And the discretionary fund is available. So you need to redirect the funds into that, and we need to fill those positions. Thank you very much.
Madam Clerk, I'll clear to take a reading. How many more figures do we have on our budget?
I've only gone through half so far.
70 to go.
Approximately, yes.
We normally would break for lunch at this time. I need the sense of the board. Do we want to continue? It's going to take another hour just to run through these comments. Or do we break for our closed session, which has a lot of important items in it? What's the sense of the board? All right, let's call the next speakers. Thank you.
Search the entire tent to defend them. Now, maybe the county will say it does fund some immigrant legal services tucked inside the larger grantor contract. If so, that's exactly the problem. It's invisible to the public. We can't see it, we can't track it, and we can't protect it when the budgets get cut. It's just another example of either ongoing corruption or a calculated effort by the county to lack transparency. Did former Supervisor Andrew Joe train the county how to hide line items from the public? People facing deportation apparently have no right to a free lawyer, in this county anyways. It seems that whether they get one is a choice that this county is making by saying nothing within the budget. The public deserves to know the truth. We deserve to know the truth. Thank you.
Invite the following speakers, please come forward. Glenn Kwong Nguyen, Trong Don, Kevin Young, Marla McGee, and Donald Emmons.
When the county wants to look generous, it says it spends nearly $900 million on community resources. That number is real, but almost none of it is the county's to direct. The parks run on park district property taxes. The libraries run on library taxes. The housing money is federal. Strip all of that dedicated money away, and the county's own discretionary stake in the entire county is about $6.5 million. And the programs people usually mean by community services, Office on Aging, Veteran Services, Workforce Help, Food and Literacy Programs, share an even smaller pool, about $4.2 million of county funds. That tiny number is what the board actually decides each year for community programs. This year, that lever got smaller. Community resources net county costs fell about 12%.
Good morning. I'm Eve Darrow with the ACLU of Southern California and Housing is a Human Right, Orange County. Being unhoused is a housing problem. The data are clear. When housing costs exceed about 30% of income, houselessness rises. In Orange County, well over 50% of all renters and over 80% of extremely low-income renters are already past this threshold. Yet your recommended budget allocates $0 discretionary dollars to affordable housing while spending roughly $320 million on the jails. It's a reflection of how the county criminalizes poverty instead of meeting needs. Unhoused Orange County residents are less than 1% of the population, but account for over a quarter of non-traffic sheriff stops. You control discretionary spending priorities, and experts agree that the county's claim that 89% of the discretionary budget is mandated and locked up is misleading. So if you are serious about addressing homelessness, please reconsider this budget and invest in housing. Thank you.
The next speaker, please come forward. Thomas Kai Nguyen, Nyak Nguyen, Hong Trong, and Gian Nguyen.
Hey, I'm Kevin Young from the president of the Seal Beach Lions Club, and I'm here to advocate for District 1 to see that we get the money back that was stolen from District 1. We have a lot of amazing organizations in District 1 that could really use this funding. Several of the organizations that our club supports are Project Eli, Casa Youth Shelter, Precious Life Shelter, Food Finder, and the Finders and the Youth Center. These are all amazing organizations. I also served in the U.S. Navy for 27 years. We have 2 military bases in District 1, and there's a lot of veterans that need a lot of support in District 1. So please make sure we get the money where it's supposed to go. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Thomas Nguyen, and I'm known as Phuc Thai in my Vietnamese community. I'm a CEO of Radio Saigon Radio 106.3 FM, program director and radio host. Last few months, I heard all of my radio listener talk about the $3.7 million that been stolen, been lost, disappeared, and we found it. Now they want to have it back in their district. And I asked them why. They say that money belongs to district number 1. So they want it back because they live in district 1. Now today, I'm stand here in front of you with no script. I talk about the heart, from my heart. I'm begging you, I'm asking you, requesting you to put that money back to District 1. And I'm sure that my representative, Supervisor Janet Nguyen, is honest and intelligent and smart, who use that money in the right place and right time. Thank you very much. Bring it back. And at the end of the day, everybody will be happy. Thank you.
Question speakers, Helen Nguyen, Hai Lau, Hong Tian Tran, and Linda Ho.
Good afternoon, supervisors and staff. I'm representing the Vietnamese Heritage Museum, nonprofit organization with office in Huntington Beach and Garden Grove, represented by Supervisor Janet Nguyen. We offer free service to all residents of OC for the last 10 years. Annually, we have hundreds of volunteers contribute over 10,000 hours, volunteer hours, to serve thousands of students in Orange County. And it is critical that the $3.7 million recovered from Andrew scheme be rightfully returned to District 1 to serve the resident, the organization, serve the community that this fund is supposed to serve. And our organization have proven that community service is important. Our existence depends on these funds. Thank you very much.
My name is Helen Nguyen. I representative for Vietnamese Women Friendship Association of California. We work in Westminster. We are the chair member of Supervisors. This fund originally belonged to the District 1 and were intended to assist the elderly and the low income. However, they were previously mismanaged by Andrew Doe. Mr. Janet Nguyen have over 20 years of experience in government. If these funds are recovered to District 1, I am confident he will utilize them wisely and effectively for the benefit of the residents of District 1. They do the right thing, recovering the money to District 1. I appreciate for your time. Thank you.
I'd like to invite Chance Irwin, Ethan Duffy, and Councilwoman Gracie Vandermark.
Good morning. My name is Nam Nguyen, resident of Santa Ana. The County of Orange is recovering $3.7 million in COVID relief funds that was originally intended to benefit District 1 community. This fund belongs to the residents of District 1 and should be returned to the community they were meant to serve. The purpose of this dollar was to provide support and resources for our neighborhood, and that purpose should be honored. In the same spirit, the $1 million allocated for the Westminster Archway project should remain with the city of Westminster. Those funds were designed for the specific project that reflect the history, culture, and identity of our community. Redirecting them elsewhere would undermine the original intent of that investment. Public trust